Hello, welcome to my tutorial. In this video, I want to teach you how you can solve broken symmetry and how you can use symmetry in different situations, even with different pose model. Before I start, don't forget to subscribe. I start by fixing the broken symmetry. You may be sculpting when the symmetrical drawing is off or is messed up. Well, let me break the symmetry of this model to show you that you can easily fix it with different methods. Okay, everything is ready. The first method is to use Mirror and Weld. Go to Geometry tab, Modify Topology section, and select Mirror and Weld button. As you can see, it turned out perfectly, but there are two problems in this method. The first problem is that it only applies the changes on the left side of the model to the right side. Let me show you. I will break the symmetry on the right and then hit the Mirror and Weld button. As I said, but there is a solution to solve this problem. We go to the Deformation tab and then press the Mirror button. As you can see, the object will be mirrored. Now we go back to the Geometry tab and press the Mirror and Weld button once more. Okay, this problem is solved. Now, the second problem with this method is, if you have two or more subdivision levels, you cannot use this method. This method is not suitable for models with multiple subdivision levels. I will add another subdivision to the model. Now, I have two subdivision levels. I will repeat the steps once more and break the symmetry again to show you. And then I will explain the new method that you can easily use for models with multiple subdivision levels. As I said, you will receive a note telling you that you cannot use this function. Well, here instead, we can use Smart ReSym, which I will explain to you now and how it works and how you can use it. When you use Smart ReSym, it doesn't matter if you have multiple subdivision level or not. To use this function, just go to Deformation and then press the Smart ReSym button. Now, it became completely symmetrical easily. But if you look carefully, you will notice that it has a negative effect on our model, and the depth of the line that I drew on the face becomes a little less. I think this is because this function does this smartly by combining the details of the two sides of the face, so the side that has not changed affects the changes on the left side of our model as well. As a result, this kind of thing happens. This problem can be solved by masking. Go to the lowest subdivision of your model, turn off perspective and mask your model more easily. Adjust your model. Now with Ctrl plus drag, mask half of your model from the side where you want the changes to be applied to the other side. After you have done the mask perfectly, we return to the highest subdivision we had. This is necessary because this way we get better details. And now we click on the Smart ReSym button again. Now you have made your shape perfectly symmetrical, easily, with almost no problem. To solve the problem of correcting broken symmetry, among the three methods I mentioned, in my opinion, the third method or Smart ReSym is the best solution. Personally, I always use this method. It is easier, faster, and more accurate than other methods. Now, in the second part of the video, I want to explain what methods and how you can sculpt with symmetry in different situations. In the first method, I will move the model and move it to the left to show you how you can still sculpt symmetrically when you move your model. Okay, I press the X button on the keyboard to turn on symmetrical sculptures. You can see the brush point. One on the right side is on the air and the other point is on the model. Find the Preview tab from the right menu. Now click on it to open it. Here you can see the position of your model relative to the center of the page. Because the model has been moved from the center, that's why you can't sculpt symmetrically by default. Now I close the Preview tab from the left menu and open the Deformation tab. Click on the first button in the Deformation tab, which is the Unify button. Now symmetrical sculpting is okay, but the problem with using Unify is that all changes such as rotate, move, scale that you made to your model are reset and returned to the original state. We will do this now and test it to show you. I will move the model once again, and this time I will change the scale of the model. Okay, now I press the Unify button again. You see, everything was reset, so you may lose all the changes you made in your model. Well, I will repeat the same thing one more time, and I will explain another method instead of using Unify, which is better to use. I will try to explain all the methods along with their problems, but it completely depends on you and your model, which one you want to use. In the upper bar of the software, find the Transform panel. When it opens, click on the pin sign top left of the panel, and click on the Set Pivot Point button. In this case, your pivot point changes and you can easily sculpt symmetrically. You can click on Clear Pivot Point whenever you want and clear the pivot point, but after erasing, you can no longer sculpt symmetrically. Everything will return to the previous state. Now I want to show you the same feature when you have several subtools so that you can see what happens. I use Demo Soldier model. Now I choose one of the subtools. I choose this one. Now I hit W and move it with the Move tool to make it out of symmetry. We go back to the Transform tab and click on Set Pivot Point again. You can see that the object is completely moved and comes to the middle of the page. In my opinion, sculpting in this way is a bit difficult. Of course, you can work on the model by clicking solo, but sometimes you may need your object to stay in place and sculpt on it. To be more precise, for this, it is better to use the following methods that I will tell you. Well, I'm going back to the previous model to show you another method, which is better and easier than the previous two methods, and can be used easily in different situations. I will do the same repetitive work again. I go to the Transform tab again and I click the Local Symmetry button. And press X button to active symmetry. Now you can sculpt easily without any change in the location of the model or its scale. This method can also be great for dynamic models. Well, the last method is great for some models like the one I am using. You can use this method in different situations even if you have changed the position of your model. In the previous methods, it was only used for models that are fixed and symmetrical. First, I will show you the normal case. Only the model has been moved. In the Transform tab, you will see the Use Posable Symmetry button. Click on it. Symmetry is active. At the top of the left page, you will find information about the symmetry of your model. Now easily sculpt symmetrically. I emphasize once again, this method may not work well in all models, especially in dynamic models. Now I will change the form of the model to show you that it is easy to sculpt again. Okay, now I break some symmetry in the details of the face. I activate symmetry and click the Posable Symmetry button once more. Now, pay attention to the points on both sides of the model. You will notice that they are completely opposite to each other. I usually use this method when I decide to add new changes like wrinkles or pores to my model at the last stage. It works great. Well, in this tutorial, I tried to explain to you all the different methods and how to fully function symmetry, along with the positive and negative points of each method. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments and I will answer you as soon as possible. If you liked the video and it was useful for you, please support me to make more videos and tutorials. And Don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on the notification to be notified of new videos. Hope you enjoyed. Until the next tutorial, bye.